YouTube. What's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video. And in today's video, I'm coming on here with some news where we're going to be talking about the Washington Commanders having a clear path to Eric Bieniemy being their new offensive coordinator. And we're also going to talk about the interview that is taking place here shortly with the former offensive coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much, and let's get straight into today's video. So what's good, y'all, man? I know it's been a while, man. It's been a while. It feels good to be back doing what I love, being in front of the camera. Been 8 days since I last uploaded a video. When was the last time I went out a week with uploading a video? Man, it's been forever. But I'm back. Feels good. And I'm ready to talk some Commanders football. So let's go ahead and first of all talk about the Washington Commanders interviewing former Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator Greg Roman. So today it came out that we will be interviewing him. Now the day is still not set. We still don't know what day we are going to be possibly interviewing Greg Roman. But all we know is that it's going to be set up. And I was watching Louis T's video on the way home, and he basically made a good point. He said, why would we wait so long to interview Greg Roman when their season's been over for almost a month now? Doesn't really make sense. And I couldn't do nothing more but agree with that statement, because it's like, what are we doing? Who are we waiting for? Okay, all of the candidates that we wanted to interview, we should have interviewed. The only person we should have had to wait was the players, or was the remaining coaches in the playoffs. Okay, remaining coaches in the playoffs, right? We waited for Anthony Lynn to finish his season. He lost an NC championship to the Eagles. We interviewed him. Okay, so why didn't we interview Greg Roman? I'm not sure. Okay, again, it could be a multitude of things. He could have been like, I'm taking a break right now. I'll get back to you guys in a couple weeks. Or it could be Washington just not doing it at this moment. And they probably just like, let's see what he has to offer before we make a move. Now, with Greg Roman, here's the thing. We're going to have one of the best rushing offenses in the NFL if we hire Greg Roman. That's the pro. Okay? Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson. I wouldn't be surprised if we drafted another back to replace J.D. McKissick. Love Jared Patterson. Wish they would give him that role, but they don't want to. So I wouldn't be surprised if we drafted another back, and they all will be capable enough of being RB1 under Greg Roman's scheme. Okay? Now, the biggest thing is, right, with Greg Roman, his issue is he doesn't get his wide receivers involved a lot. Okay? He's more of a middle of the field kind of guy, so tight end. So guys like Logan Thomas, Cole Turner, Amani Rogers, John Bates. I feel like John Bates will have the biggest leap in Greg Roman's system. I really do. So those guys, those two position groups would be the happiest. The position group that would suffer the most is this is the most talented position group on this team in the wide receiving core. We would suffer. And we already had enough of that with Scott Turner. And that was a guy that was more pass-oriented and getting his receivers the ball. We already suffer with not getting Terry McLaurin the ball, not getting Jahan Dawson targets, okay? It's going to be like that with Greg Roman if we hire him, truth be told. If we hire Greg Roman and we go out there and we upgrade this offensive line and predicate it around athletic guys that can open up holes for Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson, where the wide receiving core is not going to be as good as we think. Now, again, it could be also the fact that the Ravens didn't have nothing at receiver, really, besides Rashad Bateman. James Prochet was cool, but they're not Terry McLaurin. They're not Curtis Samuel. They're not even Jahan Dawson. So I really think that's just how Greg Roman is. You go back to the Colin Kaepernick days when he's with the 49ers. There was a lot of Colin Kaepernick, using his legs, Vernon Davis, They had some solid receivers, Michael Crabtree, but it was really Colin Kaepernick using his legs in the short passing game and the read option and stuff like that was really killing him. And having Sam Howell as your quarterback that can do a little bit of both. Lamar Jackson, formerly under Greg Roman, too. So it could be a positive thing for guys like that. Now, again, my biggest thing is, are you going to give my playmakers the ball? And he doesn't do that well, or at least hasn't shown that. So I don't necessarily know if I would want Greg Roman here, because our main focus, our best position group by far is the wide receiving core. Okay, so we need to get an offensive coordinator in here that is going to make that their main focus. Make Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuel your main focus, top of the bulletin board every week. Every week. So that's that. I'll be interested. I think Greg Roman intrigued, I should say, just to see what we do. I don't want Greg Roman, okay, but it wouldn't be the worst of the worst. But I don't want him. But what Ron Rivera wants, okay, is a Greg Roman kind of guy. Now, he did say this recently that he wants a person that's going to get his playmakers involved. So maybe we got this whole 2-to-1 ratio, run pass, stuff like that mixed up. But deep down the side, it still feels like Ron wants a guy like a Greg Roman type that's going to run the ball a lot and get your tight ends involved, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised if Greg Roman came 45 minutes to an hour down 95 and was end up in Washington. Would not be surprised, but that's not what I want. Now, let's talk about what everybody wants to hear. Okay? Eric Bieniemy has a clear path to Washington. All signs point to Eric Bieniemy coming to Washington. Okay? And everybody's going to be excited about that. Okay? Watching the Super Bowl this past week, Patrick Mahomes was unreal, by the way. Travis Kelce, that offense was amazing. Andy Reid came out and said a lot of the credit goes to how Eric Bieniemy helped his coaching staff in the Super Bowl and offensive game plan and adjustments and stuff like that. He had a big role into why they were successful, right? Definitely agree with that to a certain extent. Could it also be Andy Reid trying to volunteer his guy or put his guy out there and say, all right, he definitely needs a job now? Definitely could be. But not for a minute do I rethink that Eric Bieniemy didn't have anything to do with it. He definitely did. And it was magnificent. Now, again, Patrick Mahomes is just unreal. He's the best quarterback in football. There you have it. I know I like to say Josh Allen, but you can't deny that. He's the best quarterback in football. Not every team has that. But what we do have is a young guy in Sam Howell that has potential. Okay? And we just need the right offense coordinator that is going to get it out of him. Now, I think Eric Bieniemy could be that guy. I definitely do. So that's who I want. You know, if it's not him, then give me Pat Shermer, just because I know at worst case scenario he can at least develop Sam Howell because he has a good track record of developing quarterbacks. And other than that, there's really no other guy that I want. I just want this thing to be over with, and we can make the video of who we officially hire. Because again, the longer we prolong this thing, the less time the players have to get there and get into the playbook. So we need to speed this up, man. We need to speed this up. I probably would say maybe by the end of this week or maybe next week, hopefully we have the official offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders. Imagine we wake up tomorrow and we find out, but we'll see. But yeah, man, let me just get look at this video in the comment section down below. We'll be back here tomorrow. We're back in the full swing of things, man. Your boy is back. I love you. I love you guys, man. I missed you guys, and I'm back in action. And see you guys next time, which will be tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below about Eric Bieniemy. Path is clear to Washington, and us interviewing Greg Roman. See you guys next time. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you pop. Get you pop, get you drop. Slide on the one where they get you lost on.